got some crazy hair going on. Okay, we got it fixed up now. We're good. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to your Friday checklist. All right, today you have been given your Friday checklist. We're going to go over exactly what you need to do. I'm going to start off with task 1. Here we go. Task 1 is your synonym and antonym summative assessment. Part 1 on the front side says to choose the best answer. It is multiple choice, so you need to read the passages, the little bitty passages, the sentences, and choose which word in the sentence is either the antonym or the synonym of the underlined word. Okay, that's part 1. Part 2 asks you to read the sentence, and for the underlined word, you're going to identify the antonym and the synonym inside that sentence. So remember, words that are synonyms mean nearly the same thing or the same thing, and antonyms are the opposite. They mean something completely opposite of it. So for number 1, in Jamestown, for example, colonists face severe winters, harsh and quite unlike the mild ones they had known in England. In that sentence, there is a synonym and an antonym for severe. Let's think about it. What's going to be our synonym? Means the same thing. If you said harsh, then you're on the right track. Go ahead and write harsh for the synonym for number 1. What would be an antonym for severe? Face severe winters, harsh and quite unlike the mild ones. I bet, based on my context clues, that the antonym for severe is mild. If you said that, you're on the right track. Go ahead and put the word mild for number 1's antonym. You're going to do the same thing for number 2, 3, and 4 on your own, okay? Inside the sentence, you're going to find the synonym and antonym for the underlined word. You're not going to come up with one on your own. You're not going to imagine one. You're not going to be creative. You're going to find it in that sentence. Thumbs up. Flip it over. And on the back side, you're going to find 5 multiple choice questions for homographs. Homographs are the words that have multiple meanings. So you need to make sure that you read the sentence and underline what that word is actually meaning in that sentence before you choose the meaning in A, B, C, or D. Remember to circle all of your answers carefully and write really clearly. That is task number 1. You can pause the video right here and go ahead and begin task number 1, and I'll see you in just a second for task number 2. Go ahead and pause. Hey friends, welcome back for task number 2. Task number 2 is determining theme today. Today you're going to determine the theme of 3 short stories. When I say short, they're only like 3 lines long. So you're going to have to dig deep in order to find out what that theme could be. What's great about this task today is that you're given a theme word bank. You can use the theme word bank to answer your questions for numbers 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 have 2 parts, an A part and a B part. First thing you're going to do is you're going to read the story. Then you're going to tell me what you think the theme of the story is. You can use the theme word bank to help you. Then I want you to tell me how you know. I want you to try to give me a quote from the text. A quote from the text uses quotation marks, and it is a direct word for word sentence or sentence part that supports your theme answer. Give it a shot. I want to see what you can do. Okay? Right now, you can go ahead and begin your determining theme task. And I'll see you back here in just a second for task number 3. You can pause now. Hi! Welcome back to task 3. Task 3. Task 3 has a few steps in it, okay? But it's probably my favorite task of all day long. It is coloring comprehension, and it is all about Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving because I love food. Hello. Who doesn't love a nice turkey or chicken or pork chops or low country boil or tacos or whatever your family decides to have for Thanksgiving? Today, you're going to read a passage. It's a long passage, so I have a video that's ready for you if you want to watch the video and listen to me read it with you. You can certainly read it with me on Google Classroom. So you can do that if you want to. It's about American versus Canadian Thanksgiving, which is pretty cool. Honestly, didn't know that Canada had a Thanksgiving. Once you read and listen to the story, you are going to then get your American versus Canadian Thanksgiving question sheet. This has two sides. It has this front side and the back side, okay? And the way that you're going to use this answer sheet or this question sheet is you're going to read the question, which is not a similarity between the American and Canadian Thanksgiving, and then you're going to determine which one of these boxes has the correct answer. Each of these answers corresponds to a color. Light green, light blue, white. It's going to be important because after you answer all of these questions, then you are going to get your coloring sheet. This is what you're going to do. After you've read the passage and you've answered the questions, you're going to use the answers from each question to determine which color to use. If your answer to question 2 has the color pink under it, then you're going to color all of the number 2s pink. That's how it works. So if I go back to number 1 and I say that the answer to number 1 is this answer right here, which I'm not really sure what it is, so be careful and read your own answers. But let's say it's light green. Then I would go back over here to my coloring sheet and I would find all of the 1s and those would be colored light green. Okay? Following me? Okay, so then once I have this colored, I should have a picture. Now, if you start coloring and you notice that your picture isn't quite right, might be because you have a question wrong. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the correct answers to this sheet on the front of the board so you can check your answers before you color. Okay, so be sure to check your answers to this before you color. That way your picture looks really nice. Okay, those are all the steps for task number 3. I'll see you back here for task number 4. Hey, it's task number 4 time. And this task is really cool because it's an opportunity for us to give back to our community and to our friends in our school and in other schools as well. In our school and all across our school system, in every other elementary school, middle school, and high school, the YMCA, which is a nonprofit organization, partners with the community to make what's called backpack blessings. And it's a brown bag that goes home with students over the weekend and has breakfast items and sandwich items and snack things that they can have while they're away from school. It's really awesome. And I've packed those backpack blessings before. And this Thanksgiving, Backpack Blessings are going to send home some Thanksgiving cards with students. It's really awesome. And we have volunteered to make cards for the Backpack Blessings. These are the cards that we're going to use for this particular task. What I want you to do is I want you to color all of the front of the card. And it's neat because it has a little fold on the inside, so you can fold it if you want to. It's got a nice little fold. You're going to color all of the front of this card. I want you to use bright, festive colors. Please no black or dark or sad colors because you never know. You might be giving this to a little tyke who's going through a hard time. So we want to make this bright and festive and happy, okay? On the inside, I want you to write something meaningful. Maybe you can say, I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. Maybe you could say, sending you good vibes. Maybe you could say, wishing you well. Maybe you could say, happy holidays. You could say any of those things. You need to make it thoughtful and meaningful. Think about something that you would like to see that would uplift you. Okay. You don't have to write your name, but you can if you want to. And then this is going to go to the YMCA and be packed in the backpack blessings to go home in those bags for Thanksgiving. It's pretty awesome, isn't it? So I think these cards will actually go to schools other than ours. So it'll go out and you may never know who you encourage by the card that you put into the backpack blessings. So really do your best on this so that you can make an impact in someone's life, in an entire family's life, not just the kid who gets it. So that's really cool. Okay, let's see what you can do. Last but not least is task 5. Da-da-da. Task 5 makes me happy. This is a really cool task because it is a puzzle task. In this task, you have puzzle pieces. These puzzle pieces go together in a very particular way, though. You're going to notice that there are words all over these puzzle pieces. That's because these words are all synonyms. If you didn't hear me, I say synonyms. These are all synonyms. What you have to do is cut out all the pieces and match up synonyms to synonyms. When you do that, what happens is you build a really cool puzzle. I'm not going to tell you what shape the puzzle is going to take. You're going to figure that out as you put the words together. And so the first step is to cut these out, start matching up the synonyms, and see what image takes shape. When you're finished, you can make sure that your shape is correct. You'll know if it's not, believe me. And then you can glue all the pieces down on a piece of white construction paper. It's going to look awesome. All right. After you get finished with this, guess what? You're done. You can sit back, relax, take a nap, read. You can also do any of the things that I have listed on the bottom of your checklist. Play Prodigy. Play a solo Book It. Did you know you could play Book It by yourself? You don't have to have me. Isn't that the coolest thing? You could play games on ABC. You could play cool math games. You could go to other approved school websites and tools. You can also just chill and rest your brain if you want to. You have done a fabulous job, and I love having you as my student. If you haven't heard it lately, you're important to me. All right, go do something